Hey guys, I'm going to be showing you how to use cAuth in the C++ version. I'm going to go over some very basic things, but this is going to be a pretty good tutorial for people that don't really use C++ that much and kind of need to know how to get started with the library. So first, we're going to want to go over here on the actual website, and we're going to want to download the class. So here, if you just click there, I'm going to drag this out on my desktop, and here's the example. We don't need the class only, that's if you're just adding it to an already made application pretty much, but here are my libs. It's for x64. You can get them by just clicking on the libs folder, opening this. Here's the x86 and then x64. You're most likely going to want the x64 unless you're doing something for God knows what, to be honest. But alright, so I'm just going to drag on so there we go. Now they're on my libs folder. Okay, so what we're gonna want to do is we're just gonna open it. Okay, so we're gonna go into our main. We don't really need any of this except for the includes. Just get rid of all that. Get rid of this. Get rid of all of this because I'm going to be showing you how to do this. Okay, so what we're first gonna want to do is we actually want to go change this to release, properties. This doesn't really matter, it's just for preference. I'm doing this on the ++17. Here are all of our directories and libraries. They're all included already because I just dragged them in. But if you didn't, you would have to link them in here and in the link or under input. But under preprocessor, I'm gonna do this just so I can not have to do this one. COT secure underscore warnings. Okay, there we go. That's just gonna help me so I can actually do a time thing without using the underscore s, so I don't have to define everything as a char. So what we're gonna do first is we're going to do using namespace c_auth. That just means we don't have to do c_auth like that because it's just kind of annoying sometimes. I'm also going to be using the namespace. Holy God, I can't spell. std. There we go. That's also going to be kind of helpful. We can set our console title just like that, and we're going to be just passing that as just hello world. Okay, there we go. Okay, now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making an int, and we're just going to call this option. I'll explain this later, but this is just going to be the option for what, actually, no, because I'm just going to do key only, so you won't have to do this. Okay, sorry about that. Someone was texting me. We're going to be using c_API, and then initiate. So if you hover over it, it actually tells you all the parameters it will actually take. It's going to need version, program key, and encryption key. And these are all strings, so this is going to be pretty easy. I'm also going to be using XOR. It's just a little encryption library. It's included in here, so you can use it. It helps against protecting against, basic debugging and shit, because it'll just encrypt all of your strings like so. So in fact, you could do c_XOR and put these in as the string parameter, like so. Okay, so now this will just show up as like blah, 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 like you know what I mean. So we're just gonna pass this c_XOR, and the first thing it's going to be taking is the version. So I'm gonna go ahead in here and make my program. I'm just gonna call this test program, and just whatever the last program I made, whatever was in here. So I'm just gonna make this real quick. So the version is 1.0. The next is the program key. So that's just gonna be C_X, and I'm gonna pass it the program key, which is this long string of numbers. Okay. And then the next thing is going to be the encryption key, which you made right when you made the application. Okay, and then we're just gonna finish that off like that. And there you go. This is basically connecting to the application. So that's that. Now we're just gonna do a account like so. And since we used our namespace std, we don't need to use we don't need to do like that. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just gonna call this key. We'll basically just put key in the console window. Space, that way format doesn't look that shitty. And then I'm just gonna give this, I'm gonna define, so he's not using the namespace, sin, and then we're just gonna call this token, because this is what's going to be passed as the actual way not very smart. Okay, so, oh, maybe I didn't. I forgot about this. We're going to actually need to give all of these things a string. So I need to give my token an actual definition. So dude, I keep forgetting that I don't have to do that. So I'm just gonna do string, and then I'm just gonna call this token. And that's pretty much that. You also can pass like user pass and email, because those are also going to be needed at some point to register and log in, even though I'm using the on one, but some people might use it like that. So user email pass and then token. I'm pretty sure that it uses email. I'm not sure, but just in case. Okay, so there we go. Now this works. It's being retarded. So this is just gonna take whatever we write right here, and it's going to put this into the string called token, and then we can pass that right now, like C or if and C underscore API, and then C. Where is it? No, it wouldn't be logging because we're using on one. There we go. And then we're just gonna pass this, and we're just going to pass it the token. Then we're gonna do some curly brackets. And okay. So here we go. Basically, now if we just give this a little run, see what's up. So everything compiles. Okay, so it prints key. So let's give this a test. Let's actually just type a bunch of random numbers. Okay, so invalid username, invalid token. Okay, so see, and it didn't print anything because we didn't do an else statement, but excuse me, sir. If we do an else statement and do you can do whatever you want here. We're gonna close the inline. Okay, so now let's try this again. So now again, you can type anything you really want after it prints key. Invalid username, invalid token. Sorry, we couldn't find that for you. So there you go. It will basically, it's connecting to the program and it's reading that. We're not actually pulling anything from the website. So also, I wanted to talk about there's a message box that said that was saying like invalid token and stuff. You can actually change that in the API class. Some people like don't like that, thinks it like kind of ruins their program or whatever they're doing with it. I don't know. So you can change this to whatever you want if you're using like an I'm GUI or OS GUI or really whatever FGUI, anything console. You can change this to whatever you're doing. So yeah, that is kind of nice since there is an included library. And what is happening here? The fuck? Okay, I guess. Okay. So yeah. Now also, let's do this. So if we log in, we're going to print user data. I didn't really have to do that. And it expires. I can just do it like this because it's stored as it says right here. It's stored as a timestamp. And if you want to like actually display it as like an actual like, you know, like Wednesday, like your key expires Wednesday, Thursday at 6:15, or what am I saying, at 5:03 p.m. You're gonna have to convert it, and it's really not that hard. It's just using a time struct. I'll go over that in a little bit, shortly actually, on how to do that because it's really simple. So we're just gonna compile this. So this isn't a string. So at least I don't think it is. So let's go ahead and actually make a key here. So here's the documentation, by the way. This is pretty helpful if you're really new. Just the basic commands in the API. So we're gonna go over here and make a new token. We're gonna just make one token. It's going to last 1 day, and the level is just gonna be 1. Just normal create. Why did it create 2? Okay. So we're just gonna copy this, we're gonna close this, and we're gonna restart just to make sure. Okay, success. Since this is in all in one, it probably will give you that at first for some wacky reason. I'm really not sure myself. But yeah, so we did log in, and this did not display because I actually didn't even like write it as a string. But it doesn't really matter. It'll just display as the actual timestamp of how much time is left on the key. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this real quick. You're just going to want to do time underscore t. I'm going to call this raw time, and then this is going to equal const like that, and then time underscore t again, and then we're going to finish that off, and then this is going to be underscore user data, and then expires, and inline. Okay, so basically this is converting the timestamp to an actual time. Not completely. This is just the first step to this. You're then gonna want to do a struct. Sorry. Okay. Pin like so. Then we're gonna by time info, and then I'm gonna give this an inline. And then one more line. Time info is local time, like so. Can't spell. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to actually print the time now. Cal expired. Holy moly, man. I cannot spell. Expires. I'm just gonna do like that, so it has a nice little room there, and then another string time, and then we're just gonna pass this info, which equals roll time. And then we're just gonna give this a little end line. There we go. So this should say expires, and then the next day. So let's just give this a little test. I forget which key I used actually. Don't mean to do that. There we go. Since if you refresh, it'll just make a new token. Okay, so I use this key. I'm gonna go ahead. Logged in. Okay, expires Tuesday, June 16th. Then the time, and then a year. So as you see, it's Monday. So now it just converted it like that. I'm just using the basic, like already included Windows lib for C++. If you want to like make your own little time conversion, it's really not that hard. You just have to know what kind of how you want it to print. Really, there's tons of different ways you can print time, but that is one and probably the easiest in my opinion. And after that, really, what else can I show you how to do? This is the basic setup here. But if you want like a little like a while true, we're gonna make a little while true loop. If get a key state, and then this takes the key and it's like vk, or let's use space. And then we're just gonna pass break, which will go into the next little loop right here, or like continue. So we can do like loading and then do program here or whatever and line. Okay, so now basically what this does is after it prints the expires, it just waits because it's a while loop. It waits until someone presses space, break, goes to the next goes back into the original loop, and so it will print loading. And then you can put your program here just in case you want like a little way to like actually initiate your program instead of just initiating on its own. So we can just go start the program, check if this works. Let's grab our key again. Logged in. Expires Tuesday. Alright, so spacebar, loading, and then it just closes the program because I don't have a return statement or anything. So yeah, that's pretty much that. There's also variables. C underscore. Initiate variable. Okay, so it's a C API variable. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to do variables real quick. So we can make a variable. This basically just stores a variable on the website. So I can make a name. This is what it's gonna be called, test var. The value can be whatever. It's just this is a test. You can use this for like a download link if you want like download something securely. I do recommend you encrypt the string though. Yeah, so this is pretty simple. So how about we do after loading? Let's just check this again. Okay, so it's just cpi dot c variable. Okay, so cow. This just takes Encryption key. What is that? I guess I just entered something on accident. So let's come over to our tokens. And let's enter our token. Logged in. Space. Loading. This is a test. So it prints the variable name because I just wrote that. So yeah, you can do like you can do a ton of different stuff with that. But yeah, that's pretty much like the basic of the program. You can use activate, which is just redeem. You can use login, which passes username and it just passes when you, instead of just passing token, you'll pass user and then password, or you'll probably pass email and pass like that. So it'd be something like that, kind of, yeah. And then instead of just writing cal, you need to change the text so it actually kind of looks a little bit better, and you'll need to have different inputs for each key. So you could do like this: user, email, pass. So yeah, I think it just goes user pass, but user pass, because this is login. You need a register one as well. But yeah, that's why I prefer key. It's just a lot quicker in my opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment. But yeah, so thanks for watching this quick little tutorial, and I'll see you guys later.